you guys, it's me, Rachel, here with Senza Tempo Cane Corso. So I just got back from running some errands, letting the dogs out. Unfortunately, Velocity took a big old dump in my living room. She had been doing great. I've been leaving her out for a while now without issue, but unfortunately, she had to go. I guess you gotta go when you gotta go, right? I don't think she would have went if she didn't absolutely have to, so that's a positive. Good girl, Cashmere. Admiral's looking good. He's getting big, man. My chair fell over. It rained last night, which is good for the plants. Bad for my chair. So Batista's over there. Doing his thing. I had some commentary, I deleted it, about people, some lady commenting that Cashmere was out of control and that the dominance thing would be all fine and dandy until the day that Admiral or Batista fought back. And I commented and I was like, look, it'll never happen. And they were like, well, I've seen it happen, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, whatever. Like, you know how we have like negative Nancys? Well, these are like Nancy know-it-alls. And I would just rather delete it than sit there and argue about it, because the reality of the situation is that if Batista or Admiral ever tried to actually, you got a thorn in your face, let me see that. If they ever actually tried to fight Cashmere, the entire pack would jump them. You know what I mean? It's not something that would go unanswered. You know what I mean? But Preacher's not going to let it happen. Blondie's not going to let it happen. Velocity's not going to. None of them are going to let that happen. You know what I mean? They're going to step in. That's what the pack is about. So, and he knows that. Cashmere, quit it! You know what I mean? They know that. And so they're just not going to let it happen. Cashmere, what did I tell you? Get down now. Get down all the way now. All the way. Quit it. I don't know why she wants to pick on Preacher right now, but I'm not in the mood for it. The idea that Cashmere is somehow out of control is like ridiculous. Like, you have to not understand dogs completely to think that an alpha is out of control. If Cashmere was out of control, she would be fighting and attacking and shredding these dogs up. That's an out of control dog, and she's obviously not doing that. So the Nancy know-it-alls need to take a hike, because I'm not going to tolerate it. If you can, like it's like to sit there and say that you've seen it before. It's like, I'm sure you've seen a dog fight before, but you've never seen, like, I don't know of anybody else that has a pack like I do. So, you know, if I'm wrong, show me, but even the guy that I've been compared with doesn't have a pack like I do. He's the one with the Lycan Shepherds. Not even they have a pack like I do. So the idea that somehow you've seen it before, it's like, whatever. Like, I'm not, you know, there's a real big problem on the internet with people that pretend like they know a lot, and there's really no way to, you know, like, you can make a comment on the internet and there's no way to verify it. You know, you can be whoever you want to be, pretend to be whatever you want to pretend to be. And that's fine if you want to do that on your own time, on your own channel, but don't do it on mine, or I will just remove you and block you, because it's ridiculous. You don't get to hypothesize or theorize about what my pack is going to do, and then whenever I tell you what they are going to do, because they're my pack, I live here, I live this life, for you to sit there and be like, well, actually, I've seen it. It's like, whatever, dude. Like, take your know-it-all behavior somewhere else. Take it to somewhere who they care. It's not me. I don't care. And I'm not going to listen to it. nor am I going to allow you to cause problems, or to even to sit there and be like, Cashmere's out of control. It's like, what? Like, are you serious? Cashmere, of all people? Like, or of all dogs, Cashmere's out of control? Like, no, thank you. Like, you know, can she be a dominant female? Absolutely. She's alpha, and she's always going to be, you know, communicating that to the pack. And if you as a human get all emotional about that and you're just like, she's mean, it's like, well, what are you doing here? Like, this is the wrong channel for that. There's plenty of little channels that do that, where they have like their dog and then they put like human emotions on it, and they put words on the screen, and they play, you know, like children's music with it, and it's like cute and it's funny and it's ah ha ha. Then watch that stuff. Don't watch me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm more like a nature documentary. You're getting to see raw animal behavior here. The only thing I won't let them do is fight. So, and then they called her an artificial alpha. Okay. Okay. If you think that me preventing dogs from fighting is me, you know, like having an artificial alpha, you don't know what you're talking about. And there's really no reason for it. If you think Cashmere's out of control and you think it's a problem, then that's fine, but don't watch my channel. Like, go somewhere else, and you can talk crap about me on somebody else's channel. I've seen a lot of that, but you know, don't sit around and like pretend that you're actually a fan, that you're watching it. Like, go away. I don't understand people that watch stuff that they don't like. You know what I mean? And they get on there and they just do this like meh, 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 like that whole thing, like where they're just like, oh, this is how I think and this is blah 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 blah. Like, I will never understand that. If I don't like something, I don't watch it. There's plenty of people that I don't watch on YouTube, plenty of people that I don't like on YouTube, and I mind my own business. I watch what I like, and that's it. So if you don't understand the dogs, which clearly you don't if you think that Cashmere's out of control, then, you know, take a hike, go somewhere else, because we don't need you. You know what I mean? This is a channel for people that want to learn, the people that want to understand real dog psychology and behavior, not people that are looking for some sugar-coated fake version of canine behavior that fits their little childish narrative. You know, that's just not what I'm about, nor am I willing to do it. So just keep that in mind. This is raw. This is nature. The only part of it that is somewhat artificial is that instead of allowing Cashmere to do what she really wants to Velocity, which is tear her butt up and really teach her for good and for all to behave herself, instead of that, I actually prevent that kind of correction from happening. I don't allow it to get as serious as it would if I wasn't around, because as I've said before, dog society is brutal, it's rough, and they're more the type to teach you one time instead of having to constantly do corrections. Cashmere would rather whoop Velocity's butt one time than have to sit here and be doing these muted corrections time and time and time again. And unfortunately, because of the fact that I don't want to pay for expensive vet bills, nor do I want to promote a culture of fighting in my pack, I do step in for that. That's my rule as the alpha, no fighting allowed. You want some water? And everybody knows that. Dude, no, give me that glove. Psst, give me that glove. You better get out of that. You bad dog. And so anyway, if you think that's a problem, the fact that I won't let my dogs fight, then like I said, this channel's probably not for you. And that's fine. You know, you don't have to like this channel. You don't have to want to watch it. There's plenty of people that do. There's plenty of people that actually want to learn and grow. And I appreciate everyone that does, and everyone's that even though they may not understand it entirely initially, they grow and they learn. A lot of people didn't understand Velocity, or why Velocity was always getting in trouble initially. Had a lot of these people that was like, oh, poor Velocity, I feel sorry for Velocity. And now they get it. Now they understand. And now they see, like, I used to have people always get on to me, like, why are you always getting onto Velocity? Always getting onto Velocity, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, look at her now. You know what I mean? Do I have to get onto her constantly all the time anymore? No, absolutely not, because she's a good dog now. And it's because I did the discipline and because I didn't go easy on her whenever you guys wanted me to, or not everybody, but those that get all emotional. So there's two sets of people that watch me. Ones that are watching because they understand and appreciate raw animal behavior and they want to learn. And then there's people that come here because they like cute, cuddly dogs and they want to watch cute, cuddly stuff, and they can't handle any of the raw, real animal behavior. They can't handle that, you know. They can only handle it when it's cute. And unfortunately, that's not what my channel's about. I'm not promoting a false narrative about dogs. I'm promoting the reality. Ooh, see, look at that. See, so Admiral has a problem with marching around with his stick. He actually likes to try to act proud about it. And he got a correction by the Beta, which is Blondie. Beta is second in charge, and Blondie didn't put up with it. And so, and he actually didn't back down too much, but as you can see, Cashmere got into it. She comes over, that little side by that she just did when she walked by him with the tail up. That is very clear communication to him of, hey, I'm over here. And I don't know what you're up to, but y'all need to settle down. And the alpha will always do that. The alpha is always going to come up anytime there's a problem and assert herself. And so, and like I can come over as the other alpha and take it from him. Let go. And, which is something that I do. No, don't you jump on me. And so, and I do that to him as I do to all of my dogs. If you go around and you try to act tough and you try to, Blondie, here, and you try to be dominant, then I'm going to take whatever it is that you thought you were being dominant over, which is exactly what Cashmere does. If they get to fighting over stuff, Cashmere comes over and she takes it. Not because she's just mean and she's a bully, but because when she takes it from them, it actually stops the fighting because she's taken away what they're fighting over. You know what I mean? And they're certainly not going to fight her for it. So she literally diffuses the situation. And what I do with Admiral is every time you think you're going to be tough, every time you think you're going to walk around and be proud and steal something, I'm going to come over and I'm going to take it from you and I'm going to teach you not to do that, because he has a real bad problem about getting things and then marching around with it like a proud guy with his tail up, like, look what I've got, look what I've got. And unfortunately that will cause fighting because it promotes jealousy and it promotes competition in the pack. And that's not healthy. That's not a good thing. He's basically being a bit of a punk about it. I don't know if you can tell, but he's actually taller than Cashmere now. So he's young. I mean, it's the perfect age for that kind of stuff, for him to start really feeling himself, and he's getting big and he's thinking he's so big and tough, and he's going to have to learn that it doesn't matter how big and tough you are, you don't get to act like that. So it's a learning process they all go through. He'll do the same thing and he'll move past it so long as I am consistent about showing him the rules and everybody else showing him the rules, and always not allowing that behavior to play itself out. I don't ever allow him to get what he wants with that. If he tries to get proud and he tries to run around and be like, ooh, look what I've got, and then gets aggressive, then I take it from him and then I put him in submissive posture to teach him, hey, you don't get to act like that. You don't get to be rude. You don't get to be a bully, right? And that promotes better behavior and healthier interactions between them, because right now he's kind of acting like a spoiled child. So anyway, I got to do some grocery shopping, but I just kind of wanted to do a video and really address those comments. I do like to allow some discussion. I don't always like to just delete any old comment that I personally disagree with, but I also don't want for people that don't understand dog psychology to be getting up here and talking about how they know and they're right and this and that. And it's like, no, if you want to show me that you're right, you want to show me your YouTube channel where you have a pack of dogs and you know, are doing what I'm doing, and you disagree with what I'm doing and you can prove it, by all means. But if you're just some random person on the internet who has an opinion, nobody cares and we don't want to hear it. And you don't have the right to spew your, your bad ideas and your you know, your fear mongering on the page, because I'm not going to do it. There are other people that might let you do it, but I'm not going to. I don't reward negative behavior, and I'm not going to give you a platform to kind of stroke your own ego. I'm not going to do it. So anyway, hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys learned something, and I'll talk at you later. Bye. Look at you. You're so funny. What did you